Hey everybody, Courtney here. I got a problem. Tuesday, went to court, Cleveland County. I've had problems with my neighbor going on for like 2 years. The law's been there over 200 times, and it has gotten really bad. Like, the amount of calls, no sleep. If I could afford to move, I'd move, but I can't, so don't come on here saying, well, just move. Well, have you looked at the housing market lately? But anywho, he did not show up to court Tuesday. So the judge ordered for him to be arrested. So you and I both know, or if you don't, if you miss court and you're already out on bond, that means that your bond doubles. Well, usually the warrants come out on Friday. Well, I was told that I would be notified when he was arrested and the new court date. Well, come to find out, he was never arrested. I'm having a hard problem with this. This man has made my life a living hell. No sleep. He beats on his old lady, yells at his children, up all hours of the night. And like I said, law's been there over 200 times in roughly 2.5 years, 2 years, something like that. But I just have a problem. And he does have a paid for attorney. But his own attorney told me that there was going to. I sit there and watch the judge order an order for his arrest, and yet there is no order to be found anywhere. And mind you, I have went to court over this same issue. The next time will make 7 times. 7. And also, since the crime is against a minor, my child has also had to go. So she's had to miss school because she is also subpoenaed to go. So here again, problems with the judicial system. I get it, having to pay for a lawyer, that's great. But having a paid for lawyer shouldn't get you out of not showing up to court. I showed up to court. And anytime I have missed court or a loved one of mine has missed court, I have, you better turn yourself in and pay the bond. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way you're getting around it. And to me, it just makes me highly upset that this was allowed to happen. And this is a problem. A huge problem. Because not 2 weeks ago, 2 women were killed in Cleveland County. And the law, they had called Cleveland County to come out to their house and ask them to remove this man. They refused to do so. And as soon as Cleveland County left, guess what happened? They both were killed. It just really scares me at the fact that this is going on. This is a crime against a grown adult. This is a crime against a child. A grown man came after my child. And Cleveland County has allowed this man to get set. I went to 7 court dates, and he failed to show Tuesday. And the judge ordered an order for his arrest, but yet he has not been arrested, and there is no warrant out for his arrest. So that either means that the judge forfeited it and struck it, or his attorney done something. And to me, why? And mind you, since this has all happened, the law's been out to their house multiple times. His wife has had to have him committed. Like, this man has serious mental health issues. And he is also an alcoholic, and he also does partake in other things. And it really scares me that I cannot trust our own local government to do what needs to be done. You've got people out here they get up, go to work every day, do what they're supposed to do, and this happens. Like, I had to miss work Tuesday. I had to miss work. I had to miss time. But yet, the courts don't care. The courts don't care that my daughter has to get off and has to live here beside somebody that came after her. Because if they did, this wouldn't have been allowed to happen. And mind you, the first time we went to court, the DA of Cleveland County didn't even talk to me first. His defense attorney talked to me first. How ass backward is that? Wanting me to do mediation. And two, a lot of people say, well, why has the law been out there over 200 times and he's not been arrested? Well, we live at the Lincoln County, Cleveland County line. So it usually takes an officer 15 to 20 minutes unless they're here in town on the upper side. It takes them that long to get here. So by the time they get here, he's done doing his shenanigans. Or his son blew over. Or, you know what I mean? They can never catch him in the act because of where we're at. And they're like, well, get him on camera. Well, they have us on, they do have me and on camera flipping my lid because he came after my daughter. Absolutely right. But what would you do if you were in my shoes? If a grown-ass man came after your daughter, what would you do? What would you do? And I can't get Cleveland County to do anything. Can't get them to do nothing. He was allowed to miss court. No reprimand, no nothing. Because he was supposed to have been arrested. That didn't happen. So they're going to give him another court date. For me to have to go to again, miss work, and my daughter to miss school. There's no accountability in this town. None. Because the people that are actually out here trying to do right and do what they're supposed to do and lead, get up and go to work, come home, raise your family, do what you're supposed to do, we can't get no sleep. And these people, they stay up countless hours of the night. They're super rude, loud. They're fighting like when I tell you, like, you can hear him, like, physically, and she's screaming for her life most of the time when they do get in an argument. And mind you, they've already stabbed each other. And nothing happened over that either. So, guys, I just ask you just to please, say a prayer for me and to really know what's going on in our town. They say that they want, people to be, they want the drugs out. They say they want this. They say they want that. But are they actually doing anything about it? Are they actually doing anything about it? Because if money can buy you out of anything in this town, then there's no accountability anywhere. If your pockets are lined with money, you can get out of anything. And in all true reality, when it's a crime involving a child, I do not believe, and I do not stand by allowing 7 court appearances with nothing happening. Nothing. And furthermore, his attorney only asked for mediation. There's nothing to mediate. A grown man came after a child. And he has, mind you, 2 young children himself that scream bloody murder all the time when they're alone with their father. But anyway, guys, I highly encourage you to get involved in your local government. Know who's standing in your current district attorney's position. Know who's standing in the judges, who is making these judgment calls that are supposedly for the betterment of our county. And to me, this is not the betterment of our county. We've had 2 instances. 2 ladies were killed 2 weeks ago. They called Cleveland County and nothing was done. And as soon as Cleveland County left, they were killed. God rest their soul. And I hate that happened. But legitimately, I feel terrified for my life and scared because there's no telling what this person will do. I wish I could afford to move. I truly do. I'd move in a heartbeat. But I don't have, the rental market, there's nothing here. And I don't have $10,000, $15,000 to put down on a home to buy. So you rely on the judicial system to do what's right. And yes, do I agree that we all need second chances? Absolutely. But when your crime involves a crime against a child, there's really no fixing that. But anywho, I hope all of y'all have an amazing weekend. It's overcast and rainy here today, but remember, we live one day at a time, and don't get overwhelmed. I have really had to really work work through my program and work through, thinking things out, writing it down, and don't allow the negative to overcome the positive, folks. because there's a lot more positive. We need more positive energy in the world, and we need more positive folks in the world. So remember, you matter, guys. You matter, you matter, you matter. And no matter what you're going through, you will make it. I promise. Okay? So say a prayer for me if you don't mind. And I hope everybody has an amazing weekend. And we'll see you next time.